How you loving? How you loving? How you loving? We are live, day 22. Whoo, family. More than halfway done with our 40-day challenge. This challenge is all about securing your wealth. So, what does that mean? It means first creating it on the inside so that it manifests and perpetuates and sustains on the outside. If you're brand new here, welcome. I'm Reverend Valerie Love, also known as Kaisi, and I am really I, this 40-day challenge is landing on me differently. We've done this many, 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 many times, and we know that the deeper you go within yourself, the better your results are. And so every time that I do this, it lands somewhere different. So it's landing somewhere different this time. John Randolph Price, Principles of Abundance. If you don't have the book, the link is below. And if you use the Amazon link, that would be so wonderful. Thank you, thank you, thank you for using the Amazon link if you desire. So today is principle number 2. Again, we're on principle number 2 for the third time. So we do the first 10 once, and then we do the 10 again, and then we do the 10 again, and then we do the 10 a fourth time. So 4 is the number of stability and firm foundation. And so we love doing it 4 times. And altogether, it's a 40-day challenge. And in that 40 days, you reconstitute your subconscious mind. So if you've never been in some kind of 40-day ritual, or if you are accustomed to rituals, even better, then you know that over time, if you are consistent, you will get the changes that you desire. I am about to do something really big. Oh, yes, come on, Pat. Pat knows I lift up my mind and heart to be aware, to know, to be aware, and to understand the divine presence I am is the source and substance of all my good. Come on. Come on. Someone knows the principles, right? So I'm in the middle right now of a few really big manifestations. So a lot is happening. And these manifestations are multi country manifestations. So they're in different locations. So there's a lot happening. So when you have these revelations, these manifestations, things that are bigger than what you're accustomed to, it's good because it's uncomfortable and you'll have to stretch your way into it and go beyond it. And it's going to feel a little, scary, a little wow, or sometimes a lot scary, right? Being very honest, sometimes a lot scary. Yet we must push into the greatness we are. We must. We're not going to be happy if we don't. So, no matter how uncomfortable it is for some of these manifestations, as you manifest bigger and bigger and bigger things, right? Press into them and just flip a switch, turn off the mind and the incessant thinking and back and forth, the incessant chatter, turn it off. Turn off the monkey mind. Just have a deep breath. Let's do it now. And just clear. And breathe. And clear. And breathe. And clear. And as we do this, we become aware that there is a foundational bliss that is available at all times, in every moment, in any point, at any point. This ground of bliss, this beingness, it's unchanging, is available always. And it's available right here, right now. So we breathe into this as we prepare for principle number 2. John Randolph Price, Principles of Abundance. You can get in touch with John Randolph Price right now by your thoughts. Because as we know, thoughts are multidimensional. He is in another dimension beyond the third dimension. And John Randolph Price, thank you. We are most thankful for the work you did when you were in a body in this dimension. And now completely centered and thought free, mind clear, lungs full of oxygen, breathing deeply, we now delve into principle number 2. I lift up. Say it. I lift up my mind and heart. So we're lifting up both our thinking faculties and we're lifting up our feeling nature. To know, to be aware, let me do it in the proper order. To be aware, to understand, and to know that the divine presence I am is the source and substance of all my good. Breathe. Again, I lift up. There has to be an elevation from where we are, wherever we are. We lift it up. I lift up my mind and heart to be aware, to understand, and to know that the divine presence I am is the source and substance of all my good. It is both the source and it is the actual stuff of the good. Is that profound? That means it is actually becoming your good as you, through you, for you. This divine substance, this source, this infinite beingness, infinite consciousness is actually becoming sustenance for you, manifestations for you, good for you. Can you imagine? Pat, it's a good question. Can you explain what is divine substance? That is such a good question. Substance is the stuff that the whole universe is made of. Substance is the essential nature of all things. I would call it love because this substance is energy, energetic material, becomes formed, it densifies. According to Kabbalah and the tree of life, it densifies by going through 10 sphero until it becomes some kind of form. And we know that this agrees with physics because in physics, we are told that when we look at the building blocks of nature, we thought the atom was the smallest thing and it wasn't. So even smaller than the atoms, you have, I think it's photons, neutrons, electrons, even smaller than that. You just keep going smaller, smaller, smaller. There's nothing. There's empty space. There's only energy. That's the substance. Energy. According to my experience, now this is not law. I'm answering it the best I can. Other people may see it differently, and that's all good. That's what is the substance for me. So I guess you could call it dark energy, dark matter, because dark energy and dark matter make up, I think, about 95, 96% of the universe. Most of this, even the things that seem solid, are not solid. And spirituality has already told us this, has always told us this, yet now physics is confirming it. We didn't need the confirmation because we already knew. You know, people that know what they know don't require confirmation. Yet, it's nice to see the overlap of spirituality and physics. Well, we've called it spirituality all along. It could just have been technology and energetics that we have not yet discovered. Maybe they're not necessarily spiritual at all. That's what I'm in a big learning lesson of right now with the infinite consciousness, with this universe. This universe is blowing my mind right now with what it's taking me through, and I promise you, I'll be on Witchy Wednesday to talk more about it because it's pretty staggering what I'm experiencing right now in consciousness and infinite consciousness. It doesn't have to be spiritual at all. So that's principle number 2. I'm seeking to get right to the point in these 40 days. And so walk around with the principle today. Breathe as you state the principle. State the principle and walk with your arms swinging, and know that wherever you are financially, you can always go up. I've never met anyone, including in my days when I was a financial advisor at American Express, I never met anyone that said, I've got enough money, no more money. I have never heard anyone say that, no matter how well off they were. They always would happily receive more. And that is a beautiful thing. Happily receive more no matter how abundant, rich, lavishly supplied you find yourself now. Always happily receive more. We're not greedy. We're not striving. We're not going out trying to take something from someone else. None of that. None of those energies are present as you serve the universe of life and receive from the universe of life. None of those energies are present. And you will always bountifully and super abundantly supplied. That is the law. I love you. I'll see you tomorrow, day 23. Mwah. Peace. Kaiser.